So, today we're going to decode the language of luxury marketing. And our guide on this journey? It's something you might not expect, the product description for a crystal ceiling light. We're going to break down how a simple object for your home is sold as something way more, as the promise of a complete transformation. Let's dive in.
You know, the whole sales pitch really kicks off with this question. It's a big one, right? It's meant to get you thinking emotionally. It immediately shifts your brain away from the practical stuff like lumens or wattage and pulls you right into the world of feelings and memories. All of a sudden, we're not talking about just lighting a room, we're talking about making it unforgettable.
Every great story needs a little bit of conflict. And in the world of marketing, that conflict, it's the customer's problem. So this whole narrative starts by tapping into a feeling I think we've all had. That sense that your own space, your home, is just, well, a little bit dull.
And bam, this is the hook. Asking this question directly is meant to create an instant connection. It's designed to get you nodding along thinking, yeah, my living room does feel a little uninspired. It validates that feeling and perfectly sets the stage for the solution. The big takeaway here? Just notice how brands first make you aware of a problem before they even whisper a word about their product.
Okay, so they've set up the problem, right? Now it's time for the big solution. But pay close attention to how they present it. We're already moving way beyond the thing itself and into the promise of what it can actually do for your life. So what they do is create this really clear divide. On one side, you've got your generic lighting, which they just brush off as being about mere functionality. But on the other side, that's where this product lives, and it's reframed as something so much bigger. It's art, it's elegance, it's opulence. It's not just a tool anymore, it's a whole experience. And this right here is the crucial point, this recategorization. They come right out and say it. This is not a lamp, it's a statement piece. And that one little phrase just elevates the whole thing from a simple utility item to the artistic, can't-miss centerpiece of the entire room.
But how do they actually pull off this whole captivating, dazzling effect? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and break down these specific ingredients the marketing says they use to create this incredible allure.
All right, ingredient number one. And no surprise here, it's the crystals. I mean, this is the absolute heart of the product's entire promise of luxury and, you guessed it, transformation. What's so interesting here is the language they use. First, they hit you with a technical term, K9 crystals, which just sounds high quality and precise. But then, almost immediately, they translate that technical detail into an emotional feeling, a mesmerizing sparkle, a dreamlike glow. It's this perfect marriage of technical quality and emotional payoff.
Okay, next up is ingredient number 2, the frame that holds this whole thing together. And you better believe that even this structural part is given its own deep layer of meaning.
And this is just a brilliant example of how every single detail is pumped full of significance. See, the gold isn't just gold. No. It's a statement. It's positioned as this very deliberate choice that communicates luxury, warmth, and this feeling of timeless, classic style.
And the final physical piece of this puzzle that they highlight is the power of choice. This is how they make sure that this grand statement of luxury can be personalized to fit, well, anyone's specific taste. By offering these two very distinct paths, timeless elegance over here, modern sophistication over there, they make the product feel way more accessible. It's like they're telling the customer, hey, no matter what your style is, this elevated look is absolutely for you. It's a clever way to make one idea fit two completely different stories.
So how does this all come together in the end? Well, all these features we've talked about, the crystals, the finish, the design, they're all building up to a climax, a big finish, that promises something much, much bigger than just a pretty lamp.
And there it is. That's the core of the entire message. The marketing has successfully made the leap from selling you a physical thing to selling you an aspiration. The end goal isn't a room that's well lit, it's an elevated lifestyle. You're not just buying a lamp to see better, you're buying it to live better.
So what does this elevated lifestyle actually look like? Well, just look at this list. I mean, notice how few of these benefits are really about light at all. They're about creating atmosphere, fostering daily joy, becoming a conversation starter. The promise is that you'll have a home that isn't just seen, but is felt, as warm, as sophisticated, as beautiful.
And that really brings us to our final thought. When you deconstruct the story they're telling about one crystal light, you start to see a pattern in how countless other things are sold to us. They aren't just selling things, they're selling keys to a new feeling, a new status, a transformed life. So now that you see the pattern, what are you going to notice next?